see what they got for us. All right, so yeah, I think the volcano that'll. I'm gonna try it. You recommend it, so I'm gonna
I think
try
you'll
it.
love that. They have like different stuff here.
'Cause I do see burgers too, but we don't need a burger right now.
Yeah, you can eat like a vegan, it's a vegan burger. All of this is
Oh.
vegan. Everything in here is vegan. Even if it says shrimp, crab, whatever, it's all vegan. Jeez, I think I'm gonna get an iced passion fruit drink.
They, they coming to cool you off. They're coming to cool you off.
We can get that. We can always share and taste each other's.
Yeah, we can taste their food. Yeah, taste the food. Taste the food. Yeah, taste the food. Yeah, we
Oh.
can definitely taste the food. That's what we're talking
Yo.
about. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Okay. Japanese sweet potato. Huh?
Are you ready to order any food here?
Yes, we are ready to order something. Can we get the firecracker sushi roll?
Now, is that tempura?
No. Just like sweet potato, avocado on the inside.
Like, is it fried or cooked that in?
It has potato crisps on the top.
Can we do that? Can we get it?
Get it fried?
Yeah.
They can't do
They can't do that.
that.
So, what drink did you get?
I got just a regular drink,
Oh, okay.
like a passion fruit drink.
Okay.
You thought I got an alcoholic drink?
Yeah, I thought, okay.
Oh, you thought we were turning
Oh,
up?
we turning up. All right, I got myself on that train. All right,
You
cool.
put yourself on that train.
Yeah, I'm on that train by myself. All right,
Nah,
cool.
I've had a headache today. I have had a headache since yesterday, since last night. You want some lemon in your water?
Yeah. You take anything for it?
Yeah, I just took a Tylenol.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what help with that?
Hmm.
A massage. That'll really help with.
You're
making
right,
Sure,
a
yeah,
massage.
relaxing. You know.
What you got?
Relaxing. You know.
You got to put a little more muscle in the
Well,
meat.
you gotta come a little closer to me, you know, so I can. How does that feel?
Feels all right.
Feels all right.
What you a massage therapist?
Yeah, I was gonna moonlight as a masseuse. So tell me about your night. Did you do anything last night? Or?
Yeah, I slept.
Oh, you slept? Okay.
I
That's your beauty
slept.
rest?
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely slept. I definitely, I had to meditate on a major level. Okay,
Okay.
let's turn.
Okay.
The children.
Yeah, yeah.
So you want to have kids?
I do. Do you want to have kids?
I have a daughter.
Okay.
I told you that, right?
Mm-mm.
I have one child.
Okay. How old is she?
She's 9.
9?
Yeah. I
Okay.
got married young and I had a baby young.
Oh, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that?
I'm fine with that.
You've dated women with kids?
I have.
Okay.
I have no problem with that.
Why don't you have kids?
I'm focusing on my career, really. Kids are expensive. Kids are expensive.
Yes, they are.
So
That's for sure.
I'm trying to build generational wealth.
Before you go there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I think I might be going there.
Oh, you trying to go
I
there?
might have to go there.
Oh,
I
wow.
might have to take it there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna need one of these first. I need a
You need
little.
one?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a proposal.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a house.
We need a house. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so house, ring.
My push
propose-
present.
Okay. All right. Before the kids. All right. Cool. Lining it up. And the 10 grand for
Yeah.
your investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, your investment. You know,
Yeah.
investing money. Yeah, gonna need that first.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
That don't like scare you?
No. Why would it?
I don't know. Like, I think sometimes men feel like it's a lot of pressure. Like, having a relationship, having a woman or having a wife, having a family is like, you gotta be in a space where you're ready to, like, because it's not all fun. You know, it's taking on that role as a leader in a woman's life and then wanting to have children, and then also taking on a woman that has one child, which she's an amazing little girl. But when I feel like a king is like loved by a woman and a child, and like wanting to build like a life, it's different than being by yourself. I think it's easier to be by yourself.
Yeah, yeah. There's like negatives to it because I'm by myself a lot,
Yeah.
a whole lot, and I don't have a lot of family here, so just a lot of alone time to think and reflect. But I know I can fill that role as the provider and the leader because I did that while I was in the Marines. I was a leader, so I think me transitioning to being a father and the leader of a family, it's gonna be difficult, but anything worth having is worth fighting for. So
You got your passport?
yeah, I got my passport.
Do you?
It's in my car right now.
Is
This
it?
this case going to go to Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna catch a flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, where have you been?
Hey, like traveling wise?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been a lot of places.
Think of me.
I've traveled mostly just with my daughter. I've never like traveled with a man. Just with my daughter. So like I've taken her everywhere, all the islands, DR, PR, Jamaica. We used to live in Jamaica.
Okay.
I've went to Paris. I went to Greece. I went to.
I heard Greece is beautiful.
Greece is
heard it's
amazing.
beautiful.
I didn't want to leave. It's so spiritual, so tranquil. Like Greece just offers like a frequency that I'm really into. It's like a really peaceful place, and the people are humble and kind. Paris, the people are rude and stuck up. Yeah, it's terrible. Where else? Yeah, I went to Rome. I went to Mykonos. So much culture, so much history. It was very fascinating, very powerful experience. Portugal. I didn't stay in Portugal long. I want to go back. Lisbon, Portugal is like a place I wouldn't mind living. It's so. It's like very like upscale, and then they got like castles, and I
Okay.
like have this fascination with castles.
Okay.
Like I just want to
Okay.
explore.
Castles.
Yeah, I
All right,
love
for the home.
castles.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I have like this fascination with castles. I just want to like walk through them and like touch the stone, especially like ancient places. I just like being there physically and like touching. Like when I was in Greece and we were like looking at all the like torn down stuff,
Yeah.
it just was so powerful. You know, that's the ancient goddess in me.
Okay.
Thank you. So what you got, Don Julio?
We're gonna see.
Oh,
I don't even know.
Cheers.
Cheers to me being on a beautiful date, a lovely lady. Yeah.
Yes. Ooh. This ain't as good as some passion fruit drinks I've had. I like the real passion fruit in there. This is super sour.
Oh, sour.
It's good though.
I could tell him. Hey. I could tell him.
I know that's right. It's all right. We'll make it work.
Okay, we'll make it work.
I'm
Make it
into
work.
it. I really want to go like to Thailand. Thank
Thank you.
you. I want to like visit Thailand.
Okay.
I want to see Bali. I want to. Yeah, Thailand is like on my list right now. Australia,
Okay, Australia. I
Japan.
heard that's a long flight to Australia.
Yeah. I went to Hong Kong before. It was just the longest flight I've ever been on. I'll never, ever stay on a plane for 22 hours ever again. I will always look for destinations to stop and have a nice long layover.
Yeah.
Like a 8-hour, 12-hour layover. That's good for me.
Oh, the flight itself.
Yeah, I like a layover so I can leave the airport, go like freshen up, explore the town I'm in, and then catch a flight the next day.
Okay.
I like a nice long layover, sometimes longer than 12 hours.
Okay. I didn't know Hong Kong was that long of a flight.
It was like 22 hours. Yeah, it was a long flight. I'll never do that again. I didn't like being in the air that long. It was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, just to be cramped up like that, even if you ride in first class, like this. Still
Nah,
in the air.
yeah, I took first class on that.
Okay, baller.
No, not a
Uh,
baller. Okay, so I told you I was married before.
Yeah.
So we met in college. He became a pilot. So as soon as he got flight benefits, I was like locked in with my flight benefits. Like I was catching flights before that, but with the flight benefits, even whenever we separated and we still were friends. We still stayed friends because he wasn't a bad person to me or nothing. It just
So do y'all have a good relationship now?
no, I don't speak. We don't speak at all.
Okay.
Not at all. There absolutely is no conversations. Thank you. Yeah, there's no conversations going on. No, over here. Let you don't want to share some?
Yeah. I was putting it in front of you, then I'll reach for it. Make it easier on you.
Yeah, this is yours. Yeah, we don't have no conversations. I'm not like keeping in touch with my exes. I'm not living that life. Yeah. Honestly, I don't. I'm the kind of person that once I get close with somebody, like if we establish that a commitment or some level of exclusivity, that's that for me. I don't. I'll change my number if I need to.
I was just saying, like, since y'all have a child together, y'all would still be in contact.
Who said that he was the father?
So your husband's not the father? Your ex-husband? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
You want that story too?
I mean, we got time. I'm all ears. You want to tell me?
I was in a good relationship after that. We were separated for 2 years, maintaining our friendship, but living separately.
You wanna pray?
Yeah, no, I was gonna put this on your plate.
Okay.
Let's pray for sure. Okay. I want you to make sure you get a piece of that too. Let's bless the food. Okay, you lead us in prayer.
Holy, dear God, thank you for bringing us here safe and sound. Allow this food to nourish our minds and our bodies, and I also enjoy each other's company today. In your name I pray. Amen.
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 Yes. Good energy.
Good, great energy.
Period.
Let's try this. Let's see what this talking about.
I think you'll love it. It's a fried mushroom. When was your last relationship?
A year ago,
A year ago?
we broke up on it was mutual.
Why didn't it work out?
Um, I was more focused on my career, and she wanted me to move. Like
Where is
leave
she
my-
at? In Ohio?
Nah, in San Diego.
San Diego?
Yeah.
How did you meet?
We met while I was in the Marines in
Oh.
Gaslamp.
In what?
In Gaslamp.
What's that?
Gaslamp is like a quarters in San Diego, party central.
So y'all met at a party.
We was actually coming out. Me and my boy Ortega, we was coming out, and he ended up hollering at one of her friends, and then I started to holler at her. We ended up going to get something to eat and drinking, and so I'm like, you know what I'm saying, we vibing, you know what I'm saying. I think everything's going smooth, so I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to go back to the crib with her and make it do what it do. She was like, so where you going? I'm like, I'm going with you. She's like, no, you're not going with me. You're going back where you going? I'm going back home. I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah, we ended up developing a relationship from there. We've been knowing each other like 6 years.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so,
So you're in a long distance relationship.
well, at that time I was in California. So it was a little bit long distance.
We're in California right now.
Right. But like, I ended up moving back home when I got out. And so, yeah, we was long distance then, and then I moved back. And then we worked it out, and then we broke up.
So you moved back to California for her?
Nah, I moved back.
Because you like it here?
Yeah, I love it in California. And, she was definitely a benefit of coming back to California. But my main goal is definitely acting in music. So
And creating stability and wealth.
generational wealth, absolutely.
What do you like? What's your goal with like seeing yourself getting like married and stuff like that? Like, because have you had a lot of one night stands? It seemed like you down for that life. Like you'll bust a one night stand if the opportunity presents itself.
I've had 1 or 2 in my day.
So if I was ready down to the tequila today and I said, let's go to your place for a nightcap, you would be down?
A blind man would be down to go to the nightcap with
blind
you. Yes.
Yo.
Yes. Yes. I'm like, check, please.
That was honest.
Yeah.
That he said, check please.
Check, please.
Let's get it in. Yo. Yo.
But I mean, that don't necessarily mean we gotta, do anything else other than just, talking, connect.
You think you could lay in a bed next to me and be respectful?
I love cuddling.
Do you?
I'm a cuddler.
Are you?
Yes, I'm a cuddler. I will wrap around you real tight. We gonna sleep good through the night. I'm telling you, we gonna sleep good through the night. Now something might poke you, but what I'm saying, hey, we gonna be real here. All that heat.
Must be a
generated.
flashlight, huh?
Yeah, it ain't a flashlight. I'll tell you that.
Oh my.
Ain't a flashlight. Well, this is good.
Fuego. Yeah, you know why?
You can do this to broccoli.
I told you, I do this kind of stuff too. Oh yeah, I be cooking vegan food.
You cook it like this? All right, I'm catching a flight. I'm catching a flight. If you cook it like this, I'm catching a flight. But
How's your relationship with your mama?
I just got off the phone with my mama.
You told her Happy Mother's Day?
Yeah, I called her twice. I guess she was in church. And so I have, I have 5 brothers, 4 brothers and 1 sister. And then she didn't call me back until later. And I was like, well, I guess I'm just back of the pack, huh? And
what number are you?
So I have 3 brothers with my mom and dad. And then I have 2 brothers with the same dad, and then a sister with the same dad. I am the youngest.
Wow.
And so
I'm the middle.
Oh, you the middle? So, that young privilege, I don't get that. I ain't had that privilege.
They're probably tired of kids by the time they got you.
Yeah, I ain't had that privilege. Yeah, I ain't had that privilege.
I didn't even want this one. That's an accident.
Yeah. my brother called me Little Squirt. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Yeah, they didn't even know they was pregnant with me. Yeah, so, and I was supposed to be a girl too. So, yeah.
Damn, another boy.
Another
That's what they said.
bull. A bull.
So what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
The first thing I do, I consume sea moss and ginger.
Why?
So sea moss helps with your skin, with digestion. Ginger with inflammation. So, and gut. So, those are the first things I do when I get up.
You know you're using these wrong, right?
I'm using it wrong?
Yeah, you're supposed to use the side that's like this.
Okay.
Like, let me show you.
We're gonna flip it around? Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You could probably do both ways. But like, go like this. Like, let's get you a nice little piece of broccoli.
Give me a nice little piece, yeah.
You see, you have it, like you have these little things. Boom, you see? You like that?
That works even better.
There you go. Okay. See, these pieces are a little too big. I know a lot of people eat bacon. I'm not judging nobody.
I gotta feed you.
Take that. Oh, you gonna feed me too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Yo.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
So, listen. So you really don't have no other girls you talk to?
I have friends. I definitely have friends.
So are you the kind of man that needs to be like sexually active whenever you're single?
Sexually active?
Yeah, like casually sexually active.
I don't need to be. Um, I enjoy I enjoy my space. I enjoy being one with myself.
You got a
Uh,
bachelor pad, so
I do have a bachelor pad. It's just me, and so do I need to have sex? I don't need to have it.
so what would you do if I came over there? The first time I came over there, I'm like leaving lip gloss, leaving a pair of shoes by the door. What would you do?
I'm putting it in the closet. Yeah, I'm putting that in the closet.
You hiding my
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm putting that in the closet. Yeah, because I mean, did we establish that you're my girl? If we didn't do that, then I mean, so what I would say is, when it comes to me knowing that I want a novia, that's the first thing I think about when I wake up.
Was
Is
what?
you
Think about me?
or my novia. If you're the first thing or first person I think about, then I think it's time that we establish something more solidified. And so I would, take the steps, and by that time I'll probably have a feel of what you feeling, what you want, and then we can definitely take it to be like just us.
So what makes you feel like that's like your girl? What if I told you I like to wait for marriage to have sex?
You could definitely wait. You could definitely wait.
That laugh was that laugh was very contradicting, sir.
You could wait. You could definitely
I
wait.
can wait, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna wait.
So what? We talking about all types of sex or handy dandy? Can we throw that out there? Or
Is what you mean? We supposed to have like we should establish like some
yeah,
foreplay boundaries.
right, right. What is the amount you're willing to do?
Oh wow.
And I think that's a conversation to have. I think that's a conversation to have.
What if
do
I
you-
said nothing? Like I'm
Nothing.
not even kissing or hugging,
Ooh, kissing or head,
or I'm not kissing. If I said I'm not kissing,
kissing. Well, cuddling then.
cuddling.
Cuddling,
Yes, and we'll cuddle and we can hug,
we can hug, but
but we
can't
gotta
even
be fully clothed.
fully clothed. Well, I mean, I can have boxers and a shirt on. That's clothed. Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
Okay, that's too like risky.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I got control if you got control.
I don't think you got control.
No, I don't got no control. Shit, when it comes to you, I won't have no control. I'm like, let me just get the
That's
tip.
why I wouldn't put myself in that position.
I mean, you can still. I'm just saying, you can still come through.
Cause you got your own place. You ready to call the girl, be like, yeah, girl, pull up, come let's cuddle. 'Cause
Well-
I know you don't like sleeping alone.
I do not like sleeping alone, but I understand that's a part of the game. You single.
When a man live by himself, that's why sometimes I like when a man like live with his family or something, because I think when you live by yourself, it opens up that door for loneliness to kind of burden your spirit. And
My
I
thing-
think sometimes when you're lonely, you might welcome things or people into your
That you
space
shouldn't.
that you shouldn't, because you want entertainment, you want company.
My thing is
So have you been entertaining yourself in this last year of being single?
absolutely been entertaining myself. I enjoy my company.
So what do you do with the girls that are just entertainment? Do you know when you're dealing with a girl and you're like, this is just strictly entertainment? For me, I would never marry her.
Yeah, you have a sense of it.
So do you get caught up with girls that are strictly entertainment?
No. Every relationship, I want it to be a give and take. I want it to be bountiful for you and bountiful for me. And I wanted to make sure that, you have things that you want and you see in a relationship, friendship, whatever type of relationship you want to establish. And the same as me. I don't want you to feel like I'm just taking from you. And I don't want you to feel like I'm being taken from.
I think it's really important to establish a friendship and a foundation of trust
Absolutely.
before you're intimate. What's the longest you've ever dated somebody before you slept with them?
4 years.
4 years? How old were you when that happened?
Oh, I was very young.
Exactly.
Very young. Hey, you asked me a question. I gave you
like
the answer.
12.
I was like, I was.
Was that your first?
16.
Your first,
No, she wasn't my first.
but y'all were dating and together for 4 years?
Yeah, we were actually best friends.
Oh, wow.
and then we transition to something more.
What happened?
We got into a relationship.
And ruined it.
Yep.
Why? Are you toxic?
No, I don't think I'm toxic, but
The toxic ones never do.
I think. I mean, do you think you're toxic?
No, I think I'm healthy.
Right. And so I may do things that you don't agree with, and you may do things that I don't agree with. Do I necessarily think it's toxic? No. It's just we come from two different backgrounds, two different realities. We've experienced things completely different. And so what I've grown to accept is people where they are, not where I want them to be.
Right.
And so if you come with these things that you experienced throughout your life, I have mine too. I have my picadillos. And so we have to understand, all right, I have to accept this part of you just like you have to accept this part of me. And I don't look at it as red flags or these are things that you experienced. You have a reason and a why to why you do this. And so now it's just for me to understand, like, okay, I get it why she does this. Let me try to influence another way of looking at it. And that's all I can do. So that's all I can do. Accept you as who you are. Because what would be the point of changing? You're a goddess.
I think that when you really love somebody, you don't accept them just as they are. You encourage and empower them to be the best version of themselves.
Absolutely.
I think you might be a player.
A player?
Yeah, I think you a player.
Why you say that?
I just what my spirit is saying.
Your spirit is saying.
Yeah, you a player.
Okay.
You
I
a
don't.
lover boy.
I don't think I'm a player.
You a lover boy.
Yeah, I love love. I
Yeah.
definitely love love.
But do you really want to be in love, or do you just want the illusion of love?
I want to be in love.
Do you?
Yeah. I want to be in
Define love.
love. I think love is an action. It's what you do. It's what you do with it. Love can be patient. Love is kind.
Are you gonna recite the Bible?
Oh man, come on now.
That's my
Come on
favorite
now. I got
quote.
to. I got to. Come on now.
Love is patient. Love is kind.
Yeah.
Love is not easily angered.
Love is not boastful.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hold those words true, and so because I'm an officiant, and so I love being in front of love and seeing other people bask in their love as well. So, and I want that for me. I want that for me.
Do you?
I do.
I think love is about commitment.
Okay.
I think anybody can fall in love. But I think love is maintained through commitment, discipline.
Yeah, love is definitely an action.
Yeah, because
That's what
anybody
you
can
do.
fall in love. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
I
maintaining
don't think
the love.
falling in love is that hard.
It's maintaining it for me.
It's falling in love with the right person. And being disciplined about the love so that you don't allow nothing to taint it or ruin it or come in between it. Because people will fall in love and have the love of their life and still not be disciplined enough to keep outside influences from destroying the foundation of that connection.
And I think too many people think love is perfect when it is not.
Love is not about perfection.
It's not.
It's not about perfection at all.
I think it's more
about loving the imperfections and working through the challenging aspects, because when you fall in love, it's not guaranteed you're going to like everything about that person.
Absolutely.
You know, so there may be things that like annoy you, but you got to learn to love the good and the bad things about people. You know, the things that you like least and the things that you like the most, and how to fit together with that person in a way that makes existing in this world a much more enjoyable experience.
Yeah, so I definitely want it to be a unique experience with the person I love. Because I got a lot of love to give.
Do you?
I do.
Yo.
And I need the right person to exude that with. And so.
So what if I told you, I said, let me see your phone right now? Would you let me see?
You can see my phone
Let me go through.
right
No,
when
no.
it's locked. You can
Yeah,
see it
what
right
I'm
there.
talking
You can right
about?
when
What
it's
if I
locked.
said, let me look through your phone, sir,
You can. I mean, you can look right here. They got a
with the
nice little
screen
vehicle.
locked?
Yeah, it's
Yo,
right there. Right
you
there.
got something to hide.
I mean, I think as far as with the phone thing goes, we're building up
Yeah,
trust.
so we're friends. So if you had other people in there, I can't be angry.
You shouldn't be.
But you could be like, I mean, I tell you, shoot, I got somebody crazy in my phone
Yeah.
that I just feel like I need to get rid of.
But the thing about it is, like, I don't really get jealous because I know what I bring to the table, and so
Confident.
I know whatever I once you give me the opportunity, I'm gonna knock it out the fucking park. I know that. I know that.
That was aggressive.
Well, I'm just being honest with you.
Okay. Okay.
Now, on the flip side, you let me go through your phone?
For sure. For sure. You might not like, I mean, yeah, I don't have nothing to hide. I'll tell you the truth because I like to be able to, I have not been with that many people. Like my experience is limited to, like a small select of people because I've been in relationships and then I fast like in between, like I'll have like a good amount of time in between people that I've been with because I don't believe that you should jump from one person to the next until you have fully detoxed from that last connection. When you jump into something too quick and you don't heal from what happened before and you don't really detox your system from that person's energy, it lingers. And if there's not real closure, you sometimes will circle back, to repeat the same mistake. So you got to be really um, sure when you're moving on and you're moving into something new. So me, I prefer to discuss the reality of what's happening in my life when I meet someone new. That's why I think it's important to not jump into bed with people before understanding what they're battling, what they're fighting, what they could be, dealing with at that moment. They may still be attached. I think attachment is the root of a lot of suffering. So in my like spiritual practices, we practice the laws of detachment and we stand very firm on being attached to nothing and understanding that nothing in this world belongs to you. Not this body, not your car, not your clothes, not your job, not your money, not another person. Nobody belongs to you. You will come here alone, you will leave here alone. So being attached to anybody longer than they're supposed to be in your life can really create a lot of suffering and I think block your blessings for future connection. So a lot of times you meet people and they already have attachments that they haven't healed from.
Do you think some attachments are good?
I think that attachments to anything is bad. I think even a child being too attached to their parent is bad. Like I'm attached to my child, of course, she's attached to me. But I think that some people in this world they might experience the loss, God forbid, the loss of a child or the loss of a mother. Like both my parents, I've lost both of them. But I don't believe that people die. I believe they leave the body and get a new one. So I don't like to live believing in like just death is the final destination. I believe in death and rebirth. So I don't sit around and soak in sadness about people that I wish were here.
So do you believe in heaven and hell
I believe the heaven and hell is present right here on earth.
on earth?
I believe you can enter into the realms of hell while in the flesh. And I believe it can get very dark in the flesh if you don't know how to stay in the light and be very active in renovating, everything around you to keep yourself in the house of the light because it's easy
It's a
to.
lot of darkness out here.
It's a ton of darkness.
It's a lot of darkness.
I'm from the darkness. I evolved out of the fire, out of the. I don't come from the light. I know I'm of the light now, so I shine like a bright light. But I'm birthed from darkness, so I definitely have a darkness in me. But I've learned to understand the darkness and how to utilize it to protect me, and instead of hurting me. So it's there for my journey. God gave me that darkness to protect me, and I can go into the dark. I can go into hell and come out just fine, unscraped, unharmed, because I have this different level of strength. I'm birthed from that. So I don't, I'm unharmed whenever I face darkness. But I can fight darkness, and I can call upon those demonic spirits if I ever need them to fight somebody else for me. You know what I mean? I don't live in that frequency. I know who I am. So when you know who you are, you understand you're made of light and dark. You got both. But can you balance it?
Yeah.
Or are you going to just try to bury one until it explodes? And that's what happens to a lot of people. That's why they go crazy.
Some people can't handle it. And so it's really got to know yourself. You got to know yourself.
You do. And you got to understand the darkness that you have within you, why it's there, and how to utilize it to benefit you.
Yeah, because I think I got a good handle on my darkness. Because
It seems like that. I mean, in the Marines, like, they discipline you by using a method called build, break, build. And I do that sometimes when I'm writing, like hard messages or hard emails. You hit them with the positive, then you hit them with the negative, then you close out with another positive. So when they bring you in, it's positive. Then they break your ass down, beat you down emotionally, mentally, and physically, and then they strengthen you back up. And that's what builds such endurance. That's why I think people who go into the Marines have a different mental strength, because you've already been broken down and humbled. They got to crush your ego, crush your pride. Ego stands for edging God out, right? EGO, edging God out. So when you're too deep in your ego and it's ruling your decision making, you tend to find yourself in places that are ego driven, but not soul driven, not fulfilling to the soul, but fulfilling to the five senses. It's called sense gratification. That's why a lot of people become addicted to things that are not healthy for them, because they're satisfying their ego. They're edging God out, and instead of allowing God to give them the strength and discipline they need to maintain a healthy mental, physical, and spiritual, balance, they get into their ego and they let their ego dominate their decision making. So when you let your ego dominate you, your flesh will eventually be destroyed. I'm not a hardcore Christian, but I told you I'm omnious, but I do read the Bible. I read the Quran. I have the Quran in my room right now. I've been reading out of it. Lovely book. I love the Quran. But the Bible also has, clear statements in there about how if you allow the flesh to control you, eventually the flesh will destroy itself.
Right over here.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting anything else.
Yeah.
Unless, okay. I got my last bite. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're soaked up.
Good. I'm
He said
good.
leave a little bit on my plate, huh? I should leave the last bite.
Huh?
In Jamaica, we say nothing na waste, nothing na dash way, which means you don't waste food, because there's a lot of babies starving.
Yeah. So you eating all of that?
I'm so full.
You tore that shit up.
I have not
Yeah.
ate
Tore that shit.
all day. I was hungry as shit. Don't judge me.
Nah, you supposed to eat.
I'm so full though. I can eat vegan food. So yeah, I think that to really, the laws of detachment is like the final step to spiritual ascension. If you can't master the laws of detachment, you can't ascend to that high spiritual level. That's just like when people are convinced that they're a color. You're convinced that you're this body. You're clinging so heavily to the color of your body, to the label you've placed on your body, that you forget that you're actually energy. You're actually a soul, and you label and divide yourself. You label yourself a religion. You label yourself a color. You try to divide yourself into different rooms where, if you ever read The Art of War, you would understand that the art of war is all about distract and divide and conquer. You know why? Because when you distract, divide, it's easier to
Make it weaker.
conquer. It's easier to, it's easier to weaken a group. That's why in Jamaica we believe in one love. We don't we don't sit around and label, people by what we see, because it's more about, you know, being one and moving in the frequency of love.
So you're against the war. You're against war.
I would never say I'm against war because there's this angel, his name is Michael, right? Michael the archangel. Maybe you've heard of him, right?
I have.
Okay, so Michael, he slays demons. He cuts off the heads of demons. He's one of God's angels. But is he all good?
No.
Exactly. So of course I believe in war. Because sometimes I feel evil needs to be conquered. How can you conquer, how can you prevail in good if you don't know how to conquer evil? Evil is always going to be present.
Always gonna be present.
Yeah, but see, evil know not to play with me. I'm too powerful for that. You can't manipulate me with evil tactics because I'm too grounded in my relationship with the light. I understand the evil,
I enjoy your light. I want to bask in it too.
as you should.
I'm glad I'm here.
Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy it. Ooh. Give me a little tan up in here. A little tan.
Boy, I ate so fast that food is gonna hit me. I can feel it already.
All right, let's go for a run.
On a full belly?
Let's go for a run.
Oh, in my heels?
In the hills? Nah, not in the hills. You look great. You
Do
look
I?
great. Yeah. You look like you should be with me.
Huh?
You look like you should be with me. The date went good for me. I enjoy that she's so culturally diverse, beautiful, and she can cook. A Marine love to eat. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, I would definitely go on a second date with her, and I'm willing to see where this goes, where it's to take us.
I thought it was all right. He said some good stuff, but then there's some stuff I was like, red flag, red flag. You know what I'm saying? There were a couple red flags in there, but I was vibing. He's lovely. I think he's looking for something fast, not slow. I feel like he, might be really not ready for like a family or like a wife. I think he might still want to like hang out and like have like one night stands. I don't know, whatever guys do when they're bachelors. I don't know. I feel like he's like a fast mover. Um, I mean, I feel like I give him some more time to show me who he is. I don't want to be like too quick to brush people off and be like, yeah, you're a player. I'm good. Red flag. Woo. But yeah, he's nice. He seems like a real gentleman. He seems like he might be, sometimes I feel like men lust me more than they want to love me. And it's not always easy being cute because you're it's just like a man with money. You're not sure if the girl likes you for your money or for your heart. And same thing with being like pretty and having a voluptuous body. You're not sure if he likes you for your looks and your body and is interested in that versus your soul. I'm looking for somebody that is gonna find appeal in my mind, my heart, my soul, the way I think. And the shot kind of threw me off because it's Sunday. I don't know. That was a little lot, but it's each day on. I mean, I think we could go on another date.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Maybe not eating next time. Maybe something a little more adventurous.
Okay.
Something that challenges us.
Okay, I definitely got some things.
You got some ideas?
You already know.
Okay, so you plan the next day. You tell me what day and what time to be ready.
All right, and I got you. Period.
Okay, so I'm gonna Uber home because I'm not ready quite to get in a car with you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even though I think you're lovely, I think you're really like a trustworthy man. But I feel like you gonna rush me.
I ain't about to rush you, but you know, you feel that way, you go ahead and take your Uber then.
I'm just kidding.
Right, found it. Guess I can't pick you up on this.
Nah, don't let me up.
That's another. That's another. That's another.
No,
That's
don't.
another.
Yo, he's showing off. You don't put me down if he's looking at me now. I caught your glass.
I know what you're thinking, friends. I want to watch more of his videos. Well, that's a beautiful thing. We've got this video here, which is one of my favorites. I promise you, you won't regret watching it. We also have this playlist if you just want to dive deep into what we do, or this video here, which is groundbreaking, or you can click this if you plan to subscribe, which I hope you do. So thank you for watching, folks. We've got a lot of content just for you. Hope you enjoy.